and welcome to the Janea Netball Centre here in Sydney. We are here looking at the Open Mixed Division with Victoria versus the South Australian Dragons. My name is Mandy Love. I am joined by freshly appointed Australian Sonics Open Mixed coach Christy Lay. Welcome.
Thank you.
I'm looking forward to a great match and a great contest between these two sides. We are going to go through the two lineups for Victoria. You have in goal shooter Elizabeth Nicol, goal attack Corey Mexhip, wing attack David Butler, centre Sarah Febo, wing defence Jess Ma, goal defence Sarah Sokolski, and at the back Andrew Lewis. For the South Australian Dragons today, we've got shooter Jasmine Trestrail, goal attack Josh Taylor, wing attack Kaylee Stewart, centre Natasha Purdy, wing defence Mark Dempsey, goal defence Michelle Williams, and goalkeeper Steve Barnden. So we've just had a few passages of play. We've had a up and down turnover through both sides, so looking for the Victorias to settle first. The offload, and first goal to Victoria through their goal attack through Mexhip. So AMNA TV is brought to you live proudly by Game Clothing. Please join the conversation on Facebook. Hashtag AMNA 2018, hashtag unmissable. Ooh. So Chrissy, I'll just get you to jump in here. Now you've played against both sides, being the Open Mixed coach for West Coast Thunder.
Yep.
How did you find both sides when you played against them in the earlier rounds?
Victoria's very tough team. They're very fluid. They know what they're doing with regards to structures and how they're wanting to transition the ball. Whereas South Australia was a little bit more easier. They do have a lot of players that are quite strong.
Yep. And they've got some experience, don't they, in the South Australian team?
They do, yes, definitely.
I watched their game yesterday, and Purdy was very strong, and Josh Taylor in goal attack. He's just very agile and just works the court very well. So it looks like it's going to be a Dragons throw-in on the baseline. Currently behind 3 goals to nil. So Vic with the Dragons with the feed. Got Trestrail, gone for long. Oh, went for a first miss. Looks like Lewis will take it. Oh, quick take. Oh, they've just transitioned that through the court.
Yeah, that's really quick how they do that.
And
they're really good at their ball placement.
And it's like it's just in sync, isn't it, Christy? Like it's just fluid motion. Everyone knows where they're going.
The timing is on point. Yeah.
Timing is really good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, taken shot. Here goes long court. Taylor.
It's a nice drive.
Yeah. Out for the fly.
Read that well.
That hang time of the ball though really gave him enough space, didn't he, Lewis, for the intercept earlier. So our officiators for the day is Caroline Sweet and Josh Ellis, with Ian Thomas as the reserve umpire. Mexhip takes the shot. Thought it might have been a replay on the hands, but that's okay.
It's a good effort to try and keep it in.
Stewart works the ball to circle edge, who finds Purdy. Taylor with the shot. Missed that as well.
Yeah.
Unfortunate with the contact call. The Victorian defenders are pretty much almost a full head taller than their South Australian counterparts. So I wonder if the feeds for the Dragons are just seeing the Victorian defenders rather than their own players. Would you? Oh, air ball from the goal attack. No, goal shooter, wasn't it? Nicol.
Yeah. Was.
Right, let's see what South Australia can do here with this passage of play. Oh, they're held up. Almost a held ball. Oh, loose carry. Lewis, very dominant down the back end.
It's like they need to work it onto the circle edge more, the South Australian team. Just take that extra pass.
Yeah, I would agree. Just find that balance.
Yeah.
Like, they're getting people in the right position. Butler with the loose pass.
A bit of miscommunication there between Butler.
It's definitely happening now, though, isn't it? Yeah. What I like about the Vics is that they seem to have like a lot of first ball contests, and as I say that, there is no first ball contest. Commentators curse, Christy.
It's a Nice little 1-2 there to get a bit closer to the post. Oh, and another strong rebound by Lewis.
He's so strong under that post, isn't he?
Definitely.
Oh. I'm just saying hi to everyone else now. Ball was coming towards the desk. Didn't want to die. Oh, nice swing and roll through the front. They're allowing that contest, aren't they, in the air? I found at the champs. They're allowing that defence to get up with two hands as well. Normally, in the standard game, it would normally be called straight contact, but they're giving a little bit away.
Yeah.
Nice feed. Nickel with the shot. And that's her first goal for the quarter. So we're looking at 4-0. It's not like South. The Dragons have had opportunities to score. They just haven't been able to execute their shot. Oh, nice baseline drive. Oh, we should shoot that.
It's a good swing to go in.
Obstruction called on Bandon. Just needs to adjust his distance. And goal by Mexhip. He's doing a lot of the shooting work at the moment in the early stages.
Oh, that was a nice little drive there.
Oh, Lewis for the fly again.
Oh, unfortunate on that one. Don't know about that. Looked a bit clean.
Now the Dragons have a 2-on-1 here. Okay, so Taylor's looking to set up the screen. Febo called offside. Oh, excuse me, that wasn't Febo. That was Ma. But they've got it back, the VICs. Just really easy to get that ball down the court, down the middle corridor, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like 4 or 5 passes and then into goal.
Oh, Mexip's first miss for the game. I like the energy that Dempsey and Purdy are doing on the outside of the circle. They're trying to do the corralling movement. Barnes on obstruction. Just needs to show maybe 4 feet, just to show the umpires his distance.
Yeah, slight adjustment on that one. Make a huge difference.
Great circle edge connect with David Butler.
It was a great centre pass, yep.
3-pass play, that one. Great work by the Vics. They'll be happy with that. So Vic currently leads 6-0. 6-7.
Oh,
loose carry.
Needed to go with 2 hands on that one.
Sideline throw in.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, Taylor.
Yes. Oh, it's unfortunate.
Oh, he's getting there.
Read that well.
Yeah, he did. So seeing what they do, it's having to play back to Lewis. Taylor's contesting. Got pulled out, though, for the contact call. Quick play. Oh. Febo reconnects. Oh, good D by Bandon. He's got to time it right. Next hit, 2.
Oh, no. It's like he lost sight of the ball when he went for the rebound.
Oh, is he injured? No, it's all right.
Just got the elbow in the face.
Accidental, of course, isn't it, Christy?
Always.
Always accidental. Oh, Nickel regathers the ball. Butler on circle edge, connects. Next hit will take this.
He's got to adjust on his distance. It's just unfortunate he hasn't been able to do that this game yet.
I wonder if it's just Mexip's just really smart, though, about, drawing that out of him and getting that obstruction call. Oh, then Taylor for the front cut.
Oh, that was a lovely move.
Yeah. There we go.
Now they're on the
First
board.
goal by the Dragons. Let's see if that gets them working. Oh, Nichols offloads. All right, so he's had a couple of misses, so it's nice to see Mexip back on the board. Nice and strong off the line by Stewart.
Had the eyes down and didn't drive through, missed that one.
Butler picks up the loose ball. Fair ball in the pocket and split by Mexip. Mexip takes the shot and now he's back in range now. That was South Australia's centre pass, so they currently trail 11-1, 10-point margin. The last time that these two sides met, Victoria got up 76 goals to 26, so 50-goal margin. So I wonder if the coach Chris is just going to be looking at reducing the deficit, reducing the margin, just to show that improvement. This is their last round game, isn't it, Christine, before the playoffs?
There is one more round at later in the afternoon at 5:30.
Okay.
It's the last one. And then the playoffs, tomorrow morning.
Now, West Coast Thunder are also in the final four hunt, aren't they?
Yeah, we are.
And it just depends on on how that last round goes to determine who you'll verse in the playoffs, or is the table pretty much set?
Oh, that was a really quick transition. Currently, at the moment, I think that there's probably just one more game that needs to be played to figure out who's actually going to be finishing second and third. But definitely, I think 1 and 4 actually are confirmed. So
that makes it exciting when it comes down to the final rounds.
Yeah, it definitely does. You never know who you're playing until that whistle blows.
Exactly. That's a nice goal by Nickel. So currently 12 goals to 1 to Victoria. Lewis is constantly hunting it.
Oh, there's a nice pass in there.
Great ball by Purdy. I wish they'd go straight to post.
Yeah, that confidence.
Taylor gets called for the heavy check underneath the post. That was Sokolsky doing some good work in defense. Was that footwork call?
Yeah, it was.
Butler with the hands over. And the instant switch between Taylor and Lewis and Trestrail and Sokolsky. She's got a great lean on her, doesn't she, Sokolsky?
She does, yeah.
Nice two-hand take by Taylor for that rebound. He gets a second shot. So, Christy, how excited are you being appointed the Australian mixed coach? That's a huge honour. How pumped are you?
Yeah, it was very exciting when I found out. I was a little bit shocked too.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, absolutely. But it's a great opportunity to get to see the talent that we have currently in Australia and to take a really strong team over we're actually playing in Adelaide, so competing against New Zealand.
The Trans-Tasman battle.
Yeah.
I will be cheering for you and also New Zealand. No.
Oh, no, you can't do that.
I will cheer for Australia.
Of course.
Unless my cousins play.
Oh, no. Oh, dear.
All right, looked like there was a
contact call.
Yeah, against Nickel.
Yeah.
Just coming through on the drive. So Victoria 14 goals to 2. What would be your message to the South Australian Dragons, Chrissy?
Well, I feel like they really need to just take their time and play at their speed. You can't, especially with a team like Victoria who actually have a really good quick transition, they need to just slow down, settle, get a couple of good connections, be confident and back themselves on their shots just to get that confidence up. Defensively, they definitely would need to work a little bit more to be more man-on-man and dictate a bit more to slow down the Victorians.
Caroline Sweetie, the umpire down on this side, she was not happy with the back chat and the lip from the Victorians, I feel.
Oh.
I think it was the Victorians. It could have been the Dragons, though.
We'll have to see if anything else happens down her
end. Have to take a look at that one again.
Oh. Ooh. It's unfortunate.
Yeah, Williams tried to get up for it. She's doing a good job. She's trying to work. There's the defensive end for the Dragons. They're finding energy. And it's got to be tough, constantly being on all the time when that ball just comes down court so quickly.
Yeah.
That they're constantly on the run, constantly sometimes on the back foot necessarily.
Yeah. Definitely need to work harder in the defence through that mid-court area.
See, and I'd like how Stewart and Taylor came down. I'd like them to come down harder on that centre pass just to help out their defensive end on that centre pass for the Victorians, just to give them a bit of time.
Great rebound.
God. That was even I thought that was a block too by Barnes and called Dempsey for the reset. Footwork call. That was a quick time. So first quarter down in the open mixed division, Victoria lead 14 goals to 2. So just like Christy said, we're looking at the Dragons to just find some composure, convert their centre passes and just treasure the ball, aren't we?
Yeah, definitely.
For Victoria, they seem to be doing a really good job of making quick work of the transitions and taking that ball straight to goal. And then, so we will be back after this, after a quick advert from our sponsors. See you after this. And welcome back to the Janea Netball Centre, Sydney. We are currently watching the Open Mixed Division, Victoria versus the South Australian Dragons. Victoria currently lead 14 goals to 2. It was a very dominant first quarter. And joining me is Christy Lays, current Australian Open Mix coach, which is very exciting. Also from Western Australia, so big plug. Go to the West Coast girls.
Yep.
Very excited. Now, doesn't look like there are that many changes to either side that I can see offhand. So
No, both teams have held both their lineups.
oh, no call on Taylor. Okay. And that's that contest that we were talking about earlier in the first quarter, weren't we, Christy? Like, they really let the ball go, or let those calls go.
Yeah, they do, and it can be it's hard to know, or it can be quite dangerous as well for the players especially if someone's coming in behind you. So I've just been basically telling my players, you just have to be strong and just go hard and strong, and you can't wait or expect anything. You just got to play nice and strong, expect the contact, wear it, and play on.
Yep. And it's also, so another call that I noticed also was that when the shooters are going up for the shot, the defenders sometimes have their hand on the ball and the shooters have to shoot through.
Yeah, that's an interesting one, because over in WA we would consider that to be a ball contact, but over here it's allowed.
It's contesting.
Yeah, so we've had to adjust, and we have actually pretty quick on that one. We double checked with the umpires, and we learnt what the ruling on that one was, and so we've actually been able to adapt that into our game as well.
Yep. Dempsey's had to, the Dragons had to reset, but I don't mind resetting in order for them to go forward again.
Yeah, it definitely then it pulls the defence forward, and then it gives you the space in the back as well when you do that. It's a nice split there.
Yeah, so
And there we go. There's that
Taylor.
shot we're looking for.
All right, so currently SA like 2-1 at the moment at the start of the second. So if you're watching us on the live stream via Amner TV, we're proudly sponsored by Game Clothing, Medals to Go.
A lovely shot there.
And if you're seeing any of the great photos on Facebook, they're from Power Shots Photography. They do a fantastic job capturing the moments of this national championships. Oh, very lucky. Trestrell and Lewis, he's been very dominant.
Absolutely.
Does he run out at all? Chris, have you seen him outside the circle? Oh, great drive from Febo and a great feed.
I'm just trying to remember. Actually, I don't think I have. I think he is a goalkeeper, predominantly. Because it's the next hit brothers. They both play the defence if they're running in goal defence.
Okay.
That's how they're setting it up, yeah. We've got Corey and Dylan. They both swing in there, so they're quite versatile in that circle. So I do think that Lewis is predominantly a goalkeeper. But with a really strong body like that, you would need him in there.
Dempsey just getting called for the contact on Butler. Febo fakes. With Nickel converting.
There you go, South Australia centre. Let's see what they've got.
Well, they're kind of going goal for goal at the moment in the second quarter, which is a better start. So they're just clearly, as we talk, obviously, clearly they're just learning to try and hold on to that ball.
Yeah, and treasure it while they've got it and just take a moment. Oh, almost
Williams.
in that one.
She will just try and run all day, Williams will. So that was SA's centre pass. So Victoria already got a bit of a stop early. Mexip, great.
2-on-1. Couldn't quite pull that one in.
Williams and Barnden doing a great job working together to get that turnover.
Yeah.
Oh, here comes the zone.
Oh, there we go, held ball.
Yeah.
Everybody ran away.
And that's because Victoria have what's known as the Victorian zone. Like I've seen a lot of the Victorian teams do this over the course of the week, starting from their 17s.
Okay.
And all the way through. Barnden with the obstruction call.
There we go, South Australia centre. Taylor's nice little pop pass there.
Yeah, and Stewart.
Offside.
Offside.
It's unfortunate.
It's just the little 1%ers for South Australia, just like letting them down. Sort of like the loose pass like over the sideline and the offside call there by Dempsey.
It's like they don't have that drive, that second phase drive movement down onto the circle edge, and they always want to go sideways at the moment. So,
and goal by Nickel. I'm surprised Barnden hasn't sort of been asked just to adjust. I wonder if that's going to, like, how much longer he'll get with being able to have the constant obstructions and the contact calls. Oh, Williams!
Oh, there we go.
Got the connection. Yeah, she got it out there. Won that ball. Okay,
Nice
that's better.
pass down.
Starting to play with a bit of depth now, the Dragons in this play. Let's see what they set up here. Don't know if they're trying to set a screen.
Yep, there we go. Taylor's just gone.
Now he's gone early.
Yeah, there's a timing. Oh,
Trestrell was there.
Missed it.
Just couldn't control the ball.
There we go. We're going to push that ball back.
Oh.
So she's got her arm got caught up possibly as she came through.
But an offside call here.
Yeah.
Is it Purdy in centre? Yep, Purdy in centre. Butler with the feed.
Nice little movement there from Nichols and finishes it off.
So Victoria currently lead 22 goals to 4. Looks like an offside contact call on Sokolski.
And an obstruction there now.
So Chrissy, with the Australian team, what structures or what kind of plays are you looking to introduce into the Aussie side?
I'm looking for a lot of versatile players, so not only attacking but also the defensive. I'm very heavy on defensive players and defensive structures. Obviously, if we can get as much ball turnover when you're going down into the attacking, that's an advantageous.
Absolutely, and when you're talking about defense, it's not just the GD, GK, wing D.
Oh,
You're talking about all like full court pressure.
So it's building. Yeah, you're doing your man-on-man tight defense that can go into the zone.
The typical Australian defense.
Split circle as well, though, because I understand that especially if you've got a mismatch, the split circle defense actually helps and can create that illusion that you
have that space.
Have space that's not actually there. And then going in the attacking end, we're looking for both, not only just that, the ball came over, is the man in the back, but also looking at that ability to have a woman in that back as in that goal shooter position, because that just adds an extra dynamic to your attack end.
And it's one of those things too, like I was saying yesterday, a mixed team is only as strong as its females. Like you've got nice, strong females, like strong, athletic bodies, like taking on the athleticism and the dynamicism. They're just as efficient as the men, aren't they? Like the men, don't get me wrong, the men are beautiful to watch in terms of skill and the elevation that some of them can get. But
the women, definitely the women, especially when you've got the mixed match going on the court. It's quite exciting to see the women actually outplay a man.
and it's also a skill.
Outsmart them.
Dempsey looks like he's done something.
Oh no, it looks like he's all right there.
No, he's still not 100%, and he's still jumping on it. I expect to hear a timeout call very shortly. Now, yesterday, Kemp from the South Australian Dragons played in wing defence as well, so I'd be interested to see if that's the switch if needed. And Kemp is the man with the lovely long dreadlocks that he likes to tie up.
Oh,
They're very tidy.
Yeah.
Sorry, excuse me, I just coughed. Where did that come from?
He seems to be walking all right, though, now.
Yeah, sometimes I think it's just one of those, like, that instant jar, and then, okay, I'm fine now.
There we go. Oh, lovely drive there into the circle, and the cheeky little pop pouts. Oh.
Yeah, Mexip's got that. So currently leading 25 goals to 4. Nice. There's that communication because both centre and shooter were there. Mexip drives. Oh, good effort there. He's still not right on that ankle. Looks like it's the ankle too, doesn't it, Christy?
Yeah, it does.
Mexip out of the circle on the drive. Looks for the pocket for Febo.
Oh,
great ball into Nickel.
And she finishes it.
The centre, Sarah Febo, her mother is the manager of the Victorian 23s.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Yeah. Lovely lady. She was a manager and worked with Craig Moore last year in the men's reserves division. They were fantastic to play against for Vic men's too. Oh, the Dragons get up. Here we go. Tresh with the big high five to Taylor.
Oh, good press there.
That's what we're talking about. Yeah. Just allowing that first phase and looking to attack the second phase.
Oh,
makes it cold.
There's that contact.
And you just see the energy lift when the Dragons get a call for them. And again here, just needs to look down court. Oh, great hands over pressure by Ma.
Yeah.
Wing defence for Victoria. Barnden with a tip, Butler regathers. Gets a strong feed into Mexip. He's got a really lovely release on his shot. Nice and high release on his shot, doesn't he?
Yeah, definitely.
Did you say he was a brother, Mexip?
Yeah, so there's two of them.
Do they both shoot in the circle, or is one a mid-quarter and one's a shooter?
So one's a shooter and a defender, and then the other one is a centre quarter and a defender.
I like the patience that Victoria have on their circle edge feeds. Like they don't rush it. They just wait till there's space for the shooters to pop.
But they also know where they're wanting to go next. That if when they're landing on the circle, they're looking and it's not there. They know though where the next option to go is. So that's why they use the triangles quite well.
Shoot that! I wish Nichols would shoot that because that centre pass was so smooth from Mexip to Butler straight into Nichols.
Yeah.
or looking for, like, you know, that shooter-to-shooter connection with Mexip.
I wonder why she didn't. She's quite accurate.
Exactly. Well, she hasn't. Oh, she missed her first shot this quarter, but she hasn't missed.
No, so. Oh, it's working hard to get that front position there. And there we go.
There we go.
Turn around, post up.
So you want from your shooters, though, as well, isn't it? You just want
definitely.
Just, you know, turn, or even if you just go straight to post and look for that shooter-to-shooter, or the reset, the quick 1-2 with your mid-quarters.
Because sometimes the shooters don't even realise how close they are to the post. So it's like turn around and have a look at it first, then make a decision.
All right.
Here we go.
So Nichols comes out. Oh, baseline. Nice. See, that's exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
He didn't really gain much momentum.
He was already there.
And
now he got the contact call.
Oh, and he's not happy about it.
No.
Let's see if he goes down straight into defence, though. I'm not a fan of the attackers, or like just players in general, like not happy with an umpiring call and sort of doing the whole, oh, what's happening? Like, get straight onto defence and win that ball back.
Yeah. There's no way you're going to change the umpire's mind on that one.
Exactly, and
so you just got to play the game.
Umpire's boss.
Accept it.
Move on.
Move on, yes.
Both South Australian shooters just starting from behind. Just need to, like, even if they just roll on their defenders, just to get that front position.
Or drag them out. So if they did that move out, change of direction, come back in. Because they will go first ball, the defenders. Yeah. They're very good at that first ball contest. So drag them out, change of direction, going back in. Easy option.
Dempsey almost took out his own player in Williams. Bandon with the defence.
Oh, there we go.
Not our whistle.
Nice strong rebound.
I think Mexip was expecting that to be an obstruction call, but it wasn't. But he might have heard the whistle from the other courts because it's so loud in this stadium at Janea Centre, Janea Netball Stadium. How have you found the facilities down here, the courts in particular, Christy?
Oh, no, they're really great. It's, it's been a really good facility.
It's so fresh, isn't it? Like, everything's new. Floors look like it's amazing to play on, the players have told me.
Yep.
That fast-paced, that hashtag unmissable netball that we're talking about, isn't it? All right, here we go. Circle edge feed for the Dragons.
See what they're doing. Oh, there's a roll. Some heavy contact in there, but it hasn't been called, so they're playing it out.
And something that Victorians do extremely well is they just hustle. They hustle really hard in defence, and any loose ball or any ball that's on the ground, they're going for it, aren't they? They just have no fear. Nichols will take a second attempt at goal.
And in it goes.
What I like about the Victorian shooting circle too is that they're sharing the workload. Like, there isn't just the one dominant shooter, which in mixed netball is they usually have like that strong, tall male shooter. Yeah. They're sharing, like, the shooters are quite agile. They're moving extremely well, and like you said, there's that mismatch with Mexip and Williams, just exposing that.
And they do the whole, but this combination down here in particular, they do the holding, but then they also do the movement to open up the space. So they've got quite a lot of versatility.
Yeah, so we end the half with 33 goals to 5 to the Victorians. Again, it was a great quarter for them. South Australia only scoring 3 in that second quarter.
Yeah.
So I feel like there's going to be some wholesale changes at the halftime. They're just going to get through that. And they really just need to convert the ball because they got up in the last round 5, 26 goals. So we're looking for them just to have a bit of an improvement. It's
just they are getting the balls. It's just that ball placement and having that confidence and letting it go first time.
Yep. So okay, so we've already got the Vic Ones lineup for the next quarter. Might go through that now because there's a fair few. So we've got Sophie O'Shea from bench to goal shooter, Lachlan Dean into goal attack, Dylan Mexip. Oh, that's his brother.
Yeah,
that's Corey's brother.
He's playing wing attack.
Wing attack.
Haven't seen that one yet.
Ellie McDonald into centre. Jess has moved from wing defence to goal defence. And Sarah has gone from GD to wing D. So Sokolsky looks like she's moving to wing defence. Libby has gone from shooter to bench. Same with Corey, David and Sarah. So it looks like they've taken up the bench and just changed their team, their whole lineup for the third quarter. So we'll just have a quick short break and we'll see you very quickly after the ads.
Passion, dedication, fun and fitness. What do all these things have in common? These are all the qualities of Game Clothing and our brand ambassadors, professional athletes Laura Langman and Stephanie Wood. Stay up to date with all the latest ambassador and product news at gameclothing.com.au.
And welcome back to the Janaea Netball Centre, Sydney. We are covering live the Victorian Open Mixed versing South Australian Dragons on Show Court 1. Welcome to the feed. I'm Mandy Love. Joining me is Christy Lay, the Australian mixed coach, freshly appointed. How are you finding this game, Christy?
It's been very well. The Victorians have been very fluid, and South Australians have been very stop-start. They've really struggled. So it's been a mixture of some nice strong netball and then some stop-start netball.
So the Victorians got a bit of a call there on Stewart with the contact, but Kemp has come in and sort of won that ball back. All right, here we go. Let's see what they've got. Yes, nice drive on circle edge.
Fresh legs in through that centre might make a difference this quarter.
I think so. Taylor for the shot. Didn't get that one. Ma with the outlet pass.
Oh.
Now, as I mentioned earlier, just before we broke for the half time, the Victorians have put on a fresh front line.
Yep.
So Dean with the shot. And he scores. So both Victorian shooters getting on the board early in the third quarter. also known as the championship quarter. And Victoria are in the top 4, so they are definitely a contender for finals, as are New South Wales, Queensland and Western Australia, who you coach, isn't it, Christy?
That's right.
You guys fired up for the top 4?
Yeah, they're really excited. They're looking forward to taking on some of the teams, and we actually had a great win last night against Queensland.
Yes, you did.
Yep.
Very strong win. Taylor didn't get that one.
Oh.
It's not that the Dragons aren't getting the ball down. It's just the simple errors that are just really costly for them, and they come at critical times.
Creeping into their game. And I mean, Victoria's doing really great in defence, so that sort of pressure.
We also have Jackie O'Brien in wing defence for the South Australian Dragons. Oh, an offside call. That was O'Brien.
Yep.
O'Shea.
For the shot, and in it goes.
She's got a lovely technique too, doesn't she?
Yeah, nice follow through.
Oh, heavy check by Max Hip. Oh, wow. That was bull in a china shop, that was. Oh, she's tough though, O'Brien. She hasn't even flinched. She just went straight back on it. Oh wow, the girls have to be incredibly strong to play in this opens mixed division.
Oh, great intercept there by Ma.
Oh, and the reverse again. The two guys, Taylor and Kemp, went up. Oh, Sokolski's got that great arm span. Oh, Kemp. Okay, so the Dragons have come on with a bit of fire in this third quarter.
Yeah, definitely.
They're pumped that the fresh legs have definitely come on and shown some energy.
It's good hands over pressure there.
Oh, faked in. O'Shea, Dean with the shot, shooter to shooter. Williams is just really working hard down that defensive end. She's just trying her best for her teammates.
Okay.
Sokolski just missed that one.
There. Inches. It's a great little front cut to get onto the circle edge there. Oh, and into the backspace. There we go.
Tress trail.
Oh, it's a shame.
So the Dragons have had three attempts. They haven't converted any of them yet. So I feel like once they sink that first goal in this quarter, they'll be fine. Just got to find that rhythm of the shot.
Oh, there we go. Got an intercept there.
Oh, O'Brien for the intercept and return favour. It was at McDonald in centre for the Victorians. Dean for the goal. High release, high shot.
Victorian centre here.
It looks like they want to play with a bit of depth too. Oh,
here we go.
Is that O'Brien called and caution? Was that a caution or just a warning?
I think it was. I don't think it was a caution. I didn't see the signal for a caution. I think it was just a. Not too sure actually.
Neat. Victorians flooding their centre pass. So they're just trying maybe something different, something that they might potentially use for finals. Baseline drive by Taylor wasn't used.
It's great front cut movement there.
Kemp's been strong around that circle edge. Quickly taken.
There's a screen. Oh, but it was misread.
But they get an opportunity because both Victorians went up for the ball. Just got to have that little bit more communication with Lewis and Ma. Oh, she's looking for the ground ball. Lewis up high, Ma down the ground.
Oh. It's like Taylor got stuck in behind the body there. Was unable to get out.
And that's what both shooters were doing in the first half too. Taylor.
There we go.
See, if you drove like that inside the circle, that's the intensity that we're looking for.
Oh.
Thought that might have been a stepping call, but got away with it. Held.
It's great defensive work there.
Oh, I feel Taylor's going to get the warning. Yeah.
There we go.
Caroline Sweetie, not happy. Throwing the ball at the legs and throwing them away.
And she's advanced it.
So let's see if Taylor's on his best behaviour the next time the ball's down that end of the court. Frustration, Christy?
Possibly.
With a margin of 40 goals to 5.
Yeah.
Things aren't going that well. But, you know, they're great players.
They're trying as hard as they can, and when things aren't going your way, you do get frustrated.
And, you know, and Victoria have been one of the premier sides in the mixed division.
Oh, absolutely.
For years.
Yeah.
And just not in the mixed division, in all divisions, across the board. So they've done a great job at, doing their player pathways for the young boys, the mixed competition. They've got the men's league, do a lot of work in their social media. I'm pretty sure Michael Hutchins has a very big hand in that.
Yes.
Oh, there we go. Great feed.
And
there we go. Now he's on the board.
Well, I think though across all of Australia with regards to the men's and mixed netball is a lot of the states are really heavily involved in the development and the pathway of the men and the mixed teams coming up, and it's just really great to see though coming down, my first nationals here, coming down and seeing the strength that all the other states have.
South Australia just couldn't hold on to the ball in that one. So you were just talking about development before and the men's league. Tell me a bit about the WA men's league that's about to kick off this year.
Well, they're doing a few showcase matches throughout our state league back in WA, and then hopefully for next year they'll end up having actual men's divisions. So it's exciting times because there's 4 teams currently in WA that will be playing off when the ladies are playing their state league this year.
That's fantastic. So to my knowledge, it'll be the West Coast Warriors, Wheatbelt Flames,
and then
Perth Lions.
Yes, and
then the association.
Yeah, the men's association are putting in a team, and I think it's going to be based on, so there was a Super League team, the Comets.
Oh, yes.
Yep, and they'll be wearing their bibs. Unfortunately, their venue closed down earlier this year, but this gives them though still an opportunity for the men that were representing that team to still play netball in
under
WA
in
under
their colours
and in Western Australia.
And as we've been discussing that, Victoria, great full court passage of play.
Oh,
I don't know if that was a pass or an attempted shot. I'm going to say it was a pass. That just went awry.
Yeah.
Oh, Brian's all on the body.
There we go.
Next have had that strong stance though.
Nice strong shot there from O'Shea.
I tell you what, the Victorian shooters, both in the first half and in the second half, have been extremely accurate.
They have, and that's one thing you have though, when you're playing Victoria, you don't have many opportunities to actually get rebounds. So it's all about getting that pressure and building the pressure outside the circle first, causing the errors from them there, because the moment they have it in the circle,
they're going to get it in.
And then speaking of that, we just got a rebound.
Yeah. Commentators
wasn't expecting that.
Welcome to the live feed. Remember, and the live TV is proudly brought to you by Game Clothing. Join us on Facebook, Australian Men's and Mixed Netball Association. Send us a message. Use the hashtags, hashtag unmissable, hashtag AMNA2018.
Nice little tip there. I feel like though it's just gotten a bit messy and a bit frantic at the moment from both sides. They've just got caught up in playing what I like to call ping pong netball.
Yes. Explain to the viewers at home what is ping pong netball, because they may not know. I'm guessing they will, because they're very.
It's just like table tennis, where the ball just goes back and forth, and no one ever scores. There we go.
Oh, McDonald looks like
something's happening over there. She's bent over double, sucking in the air. Maybe a stitch, maybe a bit winded. Oh, there we go. Okay.
Okay, this is where we know that it starts getting a little bit unruly now. Like, both sides just need to show that discipline and just get back to that clean netball they were playing in the first half. I understand they've been equally contesting the ball, but we don't want those late body checks, especially with finals coming up in a day or two.
Yeah, and I mean that often comes over with fatigue as well. They're a little bit late, they still go in. Normally when they're fresher, they can probably take that intercept. So we'll just see if anyone adjusts with their body.
And that's what happens, you know, day 5 of the competition, isn't it? And it's something that makes it so exciting, where this is where the recovery process for each team is crucial.
Yes.
So are you doing ice baths, or have you been doing ice baths at home?
Definitely, yeah. We've been going back, getting ice in the way. Everyone's been jumping in the bathtub. Some people longer than others.
I was going to say, you'd always have the people who go, I don't want to do it, or they're in there for like the bare minimum.
Yeah.
Great drive.
Or they're in and out.
Yeah, Dean had that great front, like cut the top of the circle, got it right underneath the post, like a good goal attack does. So Victoria currently leading 46 goals to 7. Taylor with the feed, has to play it back.
Could have been a replay, but wasn't called.
Middle channel, there we go. Taylor finding Stewart.
Nice sort of roll in the front. There we go, yep.
Mars not giving him any room to move.
No, she's not even backing off.
Oh, great shot by Taylor.
He actually did really well to work that front space.
He's strong in that front position. That's why I find it odd that he's playing behind his defender.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
I called his game last night and he was fantastic. Nice and strong. Okay, Vic's getting called, you know, for the a couple in a row.
Yeah, and that's a discipline thing. There's sometimes you don't need to do that, as opposed to.
It's discipline also, but you're 46 goals to 8 up. Like, they should be more disciplined than that. Because I know the Victorian coach will not be happy with their defenders giving them a second shot, giving them a free pass down court. Exactly. Yeah. I have a feeling they're a bit of a perfectionist team inside. Like they don't like the errors. No call by Carolyn Sweetie. Kemp is just looking at himself going, what is going on? Needs to come down though. Left his team without a defender. Oh, McDonald is strong.
Yeah.
These Vic ladies didn't come to play around, did they? They are here to play. They really are.
They are.
Great shot there by O'Shea. She's got a big smile on the face. She's happy with how she's going.
She's doing really well down there, especially with that height difference.
Kemp and McDonald are having a great tussle here. But Barnes, and he's got
Not too sure though which one's winning.
No,
it's going
anyone's way. I wouldn't want to mess with McDonald.
Oh no. I would say if I was 15 years younger, yeah, maybe. Not today.
We are 21, Chrissy. We are 21. Oh, there we go, Taylor.
Great movement.
Now take that shot, Taylor. Up, and he's got it. See, and that's what we saw heavily yesterday. So I hope he brings that back into his game. Hey, looks like Dean went straight back into the circle and let O'Shea do the work out the front. Sorry, Christy, I cut you off.
No, that's all right.
Oh, that's because the Victorians have got the double back on Tress Trail.
They're watching. Oh, and they're going hunting now. I wonder if that's a tactic or whether it's just they're just a little bit tired, and so they just drop back just to cover that and then come out for a hunt and take some opportunities.
Screen. Oh, Lewis
needed
has
to give
got
that
great
sooner,
footwork.
but look at that. Oh, he gave it then.
No score. So current score at the end of the third quarter is 49 goals to 10 towards Victoria. It's a huge margin, so 39 goal deficit to the Dragons. The Dragons need to keep their heads up high and set a target, whether it be sort of like their own scoring and seeing how many goals they can restrict for the Victorians in this last quarter, because even though they may not get the win, they would potentially get their little targets, their little small goals that they can take home with them. Yeah, especially in the build up to the next game.
Yeah, and in games like that, that's what you want to do is realistically, you'll want to give your players set goals or team goals in which they're to go back out there and try and do, and then they can walk away and learn from what they've just done.
Well, to be fair, in their first game, it was 76-26. So I know we still have a quarter to go, but if they can maintain that, if they can keep that score underneath their round 5 score, I think that would be a small win. I mean, it's not something that, you know, as a coach you want to have, but let's restrict them to, you know, from the previous round game.
Yeah.
Right, so we're just going to take a quick ad break and we'll see you back for the 4th quarter after this. Welcome back to the Janea Netball Stadium here in Sydney. We are coming to you live from the AMNA National Championships. We are covering the Open Mixed Division, Victoria versus South Australian Dragons. Victoria currently leading 49 goals to 10. Joined here by newly appointed Australian mixed coach, Christy Lay, as South Australia just get a turnover from Kem. Christy, we've got a couple of changes here. Do you want to run through the South Australian and I'll come through the Victorians?
Yeah, sure. So we've got coming on, Corey Burbeck is on from the bench going into goalkeeper. Sam Chamberlain is from the bench going into goal shooter. Jasmine Trestrail is from goal shooter. She's gone into goal attack this quarter. Steve Barnon is from goalkeeper. He's gone onto the bench, and Josh Taylor went from goal attack into the bench.
And for the Victorians, we've got a couple of changes. So we have Sarah Febo coming off the bench into wing attack. We've got McDonald moving from centre to wing defence. We've got Mexic moving from wing attack to centre. Lewis from goalkeeper out to GD. And Jesma from GD to GK. So just positional swaps mainly.
And we just actually had, while you're doing that, Mandy, we had Kemp just got a caution down the other end. So we'll see. Not too sure what that was about.
Now, we spoke about if we wondered if Lewis was a potential GD, and we're seeing this in the last quarter, so I'm excited to see what he does. Straight on the switch, though, wasn't he?
Yes, he was. So he's gone back into that goalkeeper position on the male shooter, because they do have a mismatch currently in the circle.
Oh, yes, Sam Chamberlain. Yeah, he played yesterday as well. Turnover ball.
It's a nice quick transition there from Victoria.
Febo was incredibly quick on the transition, isn't she? Like, she is so quick.
Very switched on.
Oh, replay.
Oh, there we go.
Oh,
don't see that often.
No.
And South Australia, they could just balance up while they're transitioning, making sure that they've got that possession of the ball.
Chris, have you had any standout performers so far for you in this game? Not yet?
No.
Wow.
I was going to say
brutal.
no. I'm a harsh critic. No, well, you can't go past it. I mean, the Victorian lineup is just so dominantly strong.
They play so well as a unit, don't they? Like, all 7 know their roles. Their connections are fantastic.
Yeah.
They're going to be very hard for any team to come against. Do I dare ask who you're playing tonight, Christy?
Victoria.
Victoria. This Victoria. Oh! Wow, if I see you taking notes, I'm going to tell them that you did that. All right, so Chrissy's, that's why you don't have a favourite, because you're looking at analysing the opposition. That's not slightly biased at all.
No. Taking advantage of an opportunity.
Yes. As we, obviously Kemp's done a really good job getting a tip. There's talking, asking his people to, start playing, giving directions. Oh, Williams stuck behind against Nichols. She's got the height advantage too. That's it. Oh, Burbeck's gone to the bench. So the replacement keeper for South Australia might just have to wait till he turns around.
No, it is Burbeck.
Oh, but it is Burbeck. It was Barnden that came off.
Yeah, that's right.
Swing circle. Oh, shooter to shooter.
That's a set play.
You saw that one coming.
Yeah.
Dean waiting for the call. Yeah, what I'm most impressed about with the Victorians is their shooting accuracy. Like you said earlier, opposition teams really don't get a chance to sort of convert off any turnovers because they're that accurate and just
There you
Kirsten.
go.
Just Kirsten, yep.
There goes
Nichols gets the recovery shot.
O'Shea.
Oh, O'Shea,
That's
excuse
all right.
me. Thank you for picking that up.
Oh, there we go. Nice take there with the one hand.
This is a replacement shooter too for South Australia. That's his first goal of the match. Okay, working ball to circle edge. Okay, Mexip really swung that ball over. She's doing a great job trying to talk to her secondary defender, Williams. I wish she'd keep going. She's doing a great job. She's trying her hardest out there.
Actually, though, she has worked really, really hard all game.
She will be sore after this match. She's just run and run and run. And yet the Victorians look like they have all the energy in the world.
Oh, there we go. Nice pick. Oh,
offside. O'Brien.
That's unfortunate.
All
she
that
must have her big shoes on.
Yeah. She might do. Burbick did a great job working in tangent. There we go, another tip.
Yes.
And Dragon's ball.
So let's see what they've got when they bring this ball out.
Okay. Williams coming through, wasn't needed yet. Nice. Here's that Victorian press in the middle. There's the hunt by Mayher Gedin. Trescharl just couldn't release that ball quick enough, and Lewis.
No, and he was back to cover it.
Those big arms and the big hand just
was everywhere.
Snatching that ball in. Oh, great patience on the feed by Febo. And conversion by Victoria. Currently lead 55 goals to 11.
Oh, there we go.
There we go. Okay, Burbeck, come out for the fly. One of the coaches has told him to look outside the circle and hunt for that second phase ball.
Yep. Because
he's come out a couple of times now. Now that he's starting to see it, I wonder if he's going to get a clean one. I feel like he might.
Right? Yeah. I mean, and that's one thing that the Victorians do very well is they do that second phase down into those areas, into the pockets down there. So it's taking advantage and reading that. And
are you noticing like many set plays from many of the teams, or is it just sort of play what's in front of you?
No, that you can tell, you can see when the set plays happen because they've set it up, as opposed to just randomly running around and hoping something's going to happen. Specifically though, Queensland has got a lot of great structure, and they've got one off the centre that they do. But when it comes to all the the top four teams, I mean, it's quite common. Everyone has structure and set plays, and some are slightly different. But there we go, heavy knock there, Kemp.
Yeah, Caroline Sweety's taking control of this game. This is where I find in the mixed division, you just get the ego, and they just need to play the game instead of just trying to match the bravado. Yeah. Or like the elbows, the slight elbows, accidental elbows, sorry,
of course,
comes out. Yeah. And they just need to get down to basics and play the game
Just
right.
play the game, yep.
So remember, if you are joining us live via Facebook or via Amna TV, proudly brought to you by Game Clothing, make sure that you leave a comment below, ask us some questions, send us, make sure you use our hashtag Amna2018 or hashtag Unmissable for the great netball that we're seeing across the course of this week.
There we go. South Australia just had 2 attempts. Unfortunate to get them in. So let's see if there we go.
Now, he's been the most dominant shooter so far, right in this last quarter. He's taken all the shots.
Chamberlain has, yes. He's a good size down there for them.
Great take by Dean. It was a good effort by Burbeck though to get up for it.
Oh, and there he
He's
is.
secured the rebound as well and drive down court. That's what I like to see, crossing the transverse line in defence. Now the Dragons are playing hard on that left corridor. So let's see if they can just bring it back to centre.
There we go. Oh,
and there's that hunger for the ball, the Victorians. Any loose ball, they're onto it straight away.
unfortunately Williams put her hand in there and went offside when she went trying to get that ball.
Febo with the reset.
Nice strong drive onto the circle.
Williams getting called for the contact. O'Shea offloads. Great distance,
Oh,
okay. Burbeck possibly getting into the minds just ever so slightly of the shooters. Like Dean had a fantastic quarter he didn't miss a goal last quarter. And he's missed two in the final. So clearly the change with Burbeck over the shot is just doing something to him, unrattling him just for now.
Yeah, and he's got a really great elevation, his actual jump itself. So, and that's something different that the previous keeper didn't have.
I'm sure he would be fine if I said that Burbeck has youth on his side.
In comparison or just in general?
In comparison.
Okay.
I think he would be okay if I said that.
Yeah. We all have youth on our side, don't we?
Because he had a great lean and that arm span.
Yeah.
All right, okay. Chamberlain, 5 out of 5 for the Dragons in this last quarter. So relatively even quarter so far. So there in itself is a small win for the Dragons at the moment.
Yeah, to really shut them down. That's been very good.
Goal for goal, like that's great. Like, you know, being this far into a game and still going for it.
And, you know, to stop the Victorians, you've got to work really hard. So they're doing really well to shut that down.
And it's that consistency across all 4 quarters, isn't it? Like, that's something that they're renowned for.
Yes. Oh, there we go.
Kemp,
And there.
Yeah. Kemp got
Great
the tip
work.
picked up by Burbeck. Transition from the Dragons. They're in the goal third. Oh, lob ball. There's Lewis.
No, front position.
Oh, okay. So Lewis for me has been phenomenal. Just in everything. Oh, but Kemp offside. Just needed to control his body.
Yeah.
All the mid-quarters want to be circuit defenders. I can't say the same in the reverse.
I was going to say, not on my team.
But you've got quite a height disadvantage because you've got quite a short mid-court, don't you? So
yeah, they are.
So, but they would make up for it.
Yeah,
in
they do
speed
the
and
speed.
agility.
Yeah.
How have your team enjoyed? So you've got a couple of first times at the AMNA Championships, haven't you? Some players, their first AMNA champs.
Half the team is actually first timers to this competition. They have played previously in other competitions, but this one is their first time, and they're really enjoying the intensity and the level of the competition.
And it's good when it's like that, because when you're exposed to different competitions, when you come to AMNA, it's just next level.
It is, and that's what I've overheard some of the players say that, and they were, you know, shocked, but they were also impressed that the level that they're at means that they also need to lift up their levels.
And also, Williams coming down on that centre pass, Williams has impressed me in this game. Just continuous, repeated efforts. You know, she's still going strong for first ball, doing that delay deny.
Yeah.
Or attempting to. After 4 quarters, after 5 competition days, that's rough.
Yeah.
She's still trying to make a difference for all the Dragons down there.
And she's probably the one that's got the legs when she's driving that ball out of defence into the attack line. Here she is again. Oh, Kemp's gotten a little bit messy for my liking. Just needs to tidy up. There we go.
There we go, official warning.
Yep.
Do you feel that we're going to see a change in that centre position by the Dragons? Because there's a new calling now, isn't there, with the umpires? So they had the caution and the official warning.
Well, he's pulled out of the contest on that one, so it might be that he's actually
showing the discipline, showing.
And I don't see anyone warming up over on the South Australian bench, so.
They've done a great job, though, to keep the score in this particular quarter. Like, they're scoring. I wonder why Chamberlain didn't start.
You're not too sure either, because that's actually.
Yeah, he shot the most goals in the quarter, but for the game as well. Like, he's 7 from 7.
Yep.
I'm looking at Chamberlain going, I wonder if there's sort of a reason.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't look
injury.
injured.
No, that's something we don't like to see, is players on the ground potentially injured. We want all of our athletes to stay nice and healthy throughout the course of these championships.
Yeah, there's nothing worse when you see a player go down.
Exactly.
And then don't get up straight away.
That's what, and quick transition from Lewis, just snatched that ball out of Chamberlain's hands.
Oh, Burback went for a hunt and he just missed the timing of that one.
Was worth the effort though, I thought, because he kind of held him up ever so slightly.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, O'Shea for me has had a
the back
blinder
space quite
as
well on that one.
See, O'Shea's only missed one in the second half. She's been fantastic.
Really strong and consistent, the Victorian side.
Febro with the intercept. And his,
Burback. Oh, it's just that timing of the.
He's got great hang time too. Like,
yes.
If he can just hold that half second longer, and he can just come out for the fly and just 2 hands to the ball, like line up the ball rather than the body.
Cutting that angle shortens up the distance.
That's the beauty of the mixed competition.
There we it's offside.
Oh, okay. He must be wearing his big shoes too.
Yeah, he's borrowed them.
Borrowed them from O'Brien. Oh, no replay.
Yep.
No replay call by Sweetie. Take the shot. Oh, I don't want to take the long range.
Although I was going to say with that replay, I've heard that the ball's quite sweaty as they're playing throughout the game, is the players are finding it really wet and sweaty.
Well, they shouldn't sweat so much. No, it's incredibly warm in this stadium. Final shot by Dean. And that is the ball game. So 65 goals to Victoria to South Australian Dragons 17. So good job by the South Australian Dragons to restrict that, like the total goal scored by Victoria in comparison to their round 5 game.
Yeah.
But fantastic performance from the Victorians this afternoon.
Yeah.
Their shooting percentage is, I don't know what you're going to do with that.
Oh, thanks.
They're amazing.
We'll try and
try. Just got to get the outside pressure outside the circle just to force that high ball.
Yeah, and we take what opportunities we can get.
Yeah, absolutely. Score or fouls.
Yeah.
Not biased to WA at all, but great game by the Victorians. They had a solid effort. They cleared their bench, rested some bodies, keeping everyone fresh and alive for their next game against West Coast Thunder later on this evening.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
Well, Chrissy, thank you so much for joining us. It was
Thanks
such a pleasure to have you on first time. I know you were nervous. We did a fantastic job. And one time, obviously, remember we are sponsored by Game Clothing. If you're watching on AMNA TV, join the conversation. Hashtag AMNA 2018. Hashtag Unmissable for the Unmissable Netball over the course of this week. Thank you guys for viewing. Thank you for leaving your comments, and we'll see you next time.